My name is Paul Pasaba, and I'm a math teacher at Blackstone Academy Charter School in Pawtucket. I also coordinate my school's Gender and Sexuality Alliance, or GSA. I lead GSA first and foremost as an effort in suicide prevention and harm reduction, because LGBTQ plus youth are at a much higher risk of suicide than their peers. My primary objective is that my students make it through the difficulties of adolescence to happy and fulfilled adult lives. I'm here today to speak about former Senator Michael McCaffrey's record on LGBTQ issues. I moved to Rhode Island in the 90s. For more than half of my time residing in this state, Mr. McCaffrey has actively fought against my rights as a gay man and those of my LGBTQ brothers and sisters. He has supported discriminatory political practices that put queer youth at risk. In 1995, Michael McCaffrey voted against the LGBT Civil Rights Bill that offered equal protections in employment, housing, and access to public accommodations. In 1998, he voted against the repeal of sodomy laws used to selectively criminalize gay and lesbian people. That same year, he voted against hate crime legislation that recognized the pernicious nature of bias-motivated crimes. In 2001, Mr. McCaffrey voted against expanding civil rights protections to people based on gender identity and expression. That same year, he voted against providing health benefits to the domestic partners of state employees. This decision affected my life personally, as my partner relied on my health benefits while between jobs. Would my public school's health plan have offered this option without the 2001 law passing against Mr. McCaffrey's wishes? I don't know. Throughout the 2000s and early 2010s, Mr. McCaffrey was instrumental in delaying marriage equality. Even as the political push for marriage equality became too strong to resist, Mr. McCaffrey advocated for versions of the legislation that would have overturned earlier non-discrimination protections for LGBTQ plus people. As late as 2013, he co-sponsored legislation defining marriage as between a man and a woman. When the final marriage equality bill came to a vote that year, he voted against it. Due to efforts like his, Rhode Island was the last New England state to achieve marriage equality when we could have been one of the first in the nation. Later in his tenure, Mr. McCaffrey did vote for some LGBTQ protections, but only when their passage was politically inevitable. He has been compelled by shifting culture into a position of tolerance. Mr. McCaffrey tolerates people like me. He tolerates our right to marry. He tolerates our right to live free from criminal prosecution. But if Rhode Island's political climate were to change, I fear that his tolerance would evaporate into renewed efforts to strip away our rights. Mark Twain said, "History doesn't repeat itself, but it often rhymes." Today, transgender and gender diverse people face battles for recognition, rights, and dignity that echo past struggles faced by gay and lesbian people. They are scapegoated and demonized in the ways we once were. While Mr. McCaffrey stepped away from the state Senate before much of the recent anti-trans legislation proposed in Rhode Island, his voting history suggests his support for the trans community is conditional at best. He is not leading in defense of the most marginalized, he is only compelled by political expediency to a position of tolerance. As a district court judge, Mr. McCaffrey would adjudicate cases involving housing and employment protections for LGBTQ people, protections he never supported legislatively. He would be responsible for making sure that transgender people receive equal protection under the law, despite the fact that he expressly opposed their recognition as a protected class. For these reasons, I have serious reservations about giving him this honor and responsibility. My concerns deepen when I consider what he might do as a Rhode Island Supreme Court justice, a position for which a district judgeship is a clear stepping stone. What rulings would Justice McCaffrey make on transgender people's access to gender-affirming care? On trans youth playing on sports teams aligned with their gender? Would he follow anti-science federal directives to restrict identification documents or bathroom access for trans residents? Would a Justice McCaffrey, emboldened by Trump's anti-science executive order on gender, decide to rule in ways that threaten trans ability to get proper identification? Would he support overturning the Rhode Island non-discrimination protections that, once again, he historically opposed in multiple forms? Would he give an interpretation of Rhode Island's marriage equality laws that actually undermine the rights of people like me to marry? For my community, these questions are too pressing to ignore. The answers found within Mr. McCaffrey's Senate record do not inspire confidence. For these reasons, I urge the Judicial Nominating Committee to exclude Michael McCaffrey from its shortlist of nominees to fill the vacant associate judge seat of the Rhode Island District Court. Thank you.
Thank you.